How's it going, lovely people? My name is Callum and welcome to another edition of No Cap Recap, where we're looking back at what happened in October and then looking forward to what's happening in November. But before I do that, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, stay notified by hitting the bell icon. Let's do this, people. So let's start with MMA. We were spoiled with some absolutely great fights, but the two main headlines that came out of October was Anderson Silva and Khabib. Will they both retire? Is this going to be the end? Anderson Silva, if it is, he's going out on a loss. Like, the spider doesn't want to leave on a loss, but if he does, the legacy he leaves behind is unquestionable. Definitely on the Mount Rushmore of MMA. Then you've got Khabib, who is the Floyd Mayweather of MMA. 29-0, undefeated, barely lost a round in his whole career, but everyone wants 30-0. Will he come back? He's made a promise to his mum that he won't. Will the eagle soar into the sunset? Remains to be seen. And over to boxing. Wow, wow, wow. What a month for boxing. Where do I start? Lomachenko was beaten by Lopez. 23 years old and he solved the matrix. Red pill, blue pill, who cares? He done it. He beat him. And the world is at his feet, or should I say in his gloves, because he is going to go on to absolute superstar status right now. The boy is something special. And you've also got Tank, who's another one. I mean, Floyd is always talking about Tank, saying he's the next big thing, and this fight against Santa Cruz was said to be his coming out party, and boy, did he come out. A left hook from the hip, boom, out, cold. 6 rounds in, he puts Santa Cruz to sleep. An amazing victory. What he does next is going to be phenomenal to see. And then you had Chisora versus Usyk. Everyone spoke about this fight saying, well, Usyk has only been put in there because Chisora's a gatekeeper. He's going to roll him over onto AJ. But boy, did Chisora show he's still got fight left in him. He put him through the ringer. But Usyk did come out of the unanimous decision, and it's going to be very interesting to see what he does now. Has the fear factor from Usyk gone? Does AJ want the fight? We'll see, we'll see. So in November so far, we've had Teixeira versus Santos. Now looking forward, we've got some great fights. We have Islam Makhachev versus RDA, Rafael dos Anjos. Now this is an absolute great fight, and when you look at it from the basics, it's got everything going in its favor. Makhachev is meant to be the heir to Khabib's throne. But what makes this even more special is that Khabib fought RDA early in his career as well, and that was the fight that really brought him to the fore at the UFC. If Islam Makhachev can do the exact same thing, he could perpetuate himself to superstar status. He could be the next Khabib, and if he's going to be the next Khabib, under the tutelage of Khabib, we have a real story on our hands. I can't wait for the fight at 155 pounds. Then you've got Thebxnco versus Jennifer Maia. Now Thebxnco, since moving to 125 pounds, has just been a wrecking machine. Whether she beats you over 5 rounds or she beats you with a head kick knockout, it's just poetry in motion. Like, she's probably the most complete MMA fighter, full stop. Men, women, it doesn't matter. She's got it all. Whether you want to take her to the ground, it's fine, she'll deal with it. You want to fight her on the feet, fine, she'll just head kick you and knock you out. It's easy for her. However, Maia does throw up some very dangerous scenarios. On the ground, she's absolutely brilliant. And if anyone can take Thebxnco into deep waters, it's probably going to be her. That's going to be a great fight. And then rounding off November, we've got Figueiredo versus Perez. Now, Figueiredo came out earlier this year and he just starched Joseph Benavidez twice. First time was a knockout, second time he just choked him out. He is going to be that guy who takes the 125-pound weight division to a whole new level. He was meant to fight Cody Garbrandt. Cody had to pull out of an injury, and now he's fighting Perez. Let's be honest, Perez is game. He's really game. Going to be a tough fight. But Figueiredo is an absolute superstar. He's got the fancy haircut, right hand, left hand, power, dynamite. These are going to be an amazing set of fights. I cannot wait. So far in November, we've had Haney versus Gamboa, and it's going to be so interesting to see what happens in that lightweight division. Haney, Lopez, Tank Davis, the 3 kings? I think so. Can't wait to see what happens between those 3. Then upcoming, you've got some great fights. You've got Conor Benn versus Formella. You've got Taylor versus Gutierrez. You've also got Rosado versus Jacobs. But we're going to focus on 3 fights, 3 great fights. Pound for pound king, Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook. the all-British heavyweight clash between Daniel Dubois and Joyce. And then people, he's coming back. Hide your ears. Oh, Holyfield, where are you? Hide your ears. Mike Tyson's coming back to fight. Y'all must have forgot. Roy Jones Jr. Whew, I can't wait. So let's get straight into Crawford and Kell Brook. So Kell Brook, his last sort of welterweight fight of any note was the Errol Spence fight, and he came up short in that fight. But it is worth noting, in that fight, he had just come off the back of taking a beating from Gennady Golovkin, a fight that really he shouldn't have taken. He took that because he's a warrior, but really and truly, it was no good for his career. And then obviously Errol Spence is one of the best in the world at 147 pounds, but now he's going up against the pound for pound king. Terence Crawford, switch hitting, right hand, left hand, just footwork for days. Terence Crawford, for me, is arguably the best boxer probably since Floyd Mayweather. And I know that's a huge praise, but look at what he's done. He's cleaned out 2 divisions and now he's in the 147 pound division, and no one really wants to fight him. I mean, let's be honest, everyone's kind of saying, well, we'll take on him, but no one really mentions Crawford's name. There's a reason for that. However, Kell Brook, if there's anything you have to say about the man, he's an absolute warrior and he'll fight anybody at any time. He's not Amir Khan. Just saying. But what will he do in this fight? Can he deal with Crawford's footwork? Can he deal with the switch hitting? But can he also deal with Crawford's power? Crawford, when he gets you hurt, he usually finishes you. So it's going to be really interesting to see how Crawford adapts to Kell Brook. Can Crawford take Kell Brook's power? Let's be honest, Kell Brook hits really hard. Ask Golovkin. But it's a tough ask. It's a real tough ask. But hey, I'm just a fan, so I can sit back with some popcorn and watch. So let me know in the comments who you think is going to take the victory in that. Then we've got the all heavyweight clash between Dubois and Joyce. 2 very different heavyweights. Joyce, very nimble on his feet, likes to pop out the jab, hits in combinations, doesn't always throw his hardest shots, just looks to just keep you at the end of the jab, boom, boom. But then you've got Daniel Dubois, who's called Dynamite for a reason. He hits you, you stay hit for days. He puts people down, he puts people to sleep. And this is a very intriguing fight. I mean, Joyce has got all the experience in the world, amateurs and professional. Daniel Dubois is still very green in boxing. Can he stop Joyce? Can he neutralize his footwork? Can he stop the combinations? Can he stop his hand speed? Can he land clean on Joyce? But then again, can Joyce take Dubois' power? No one has so far. And there's a reason. Look at him. He's built like a brick house. Like, you don't get hit by a man like that and stay standing. I'm lost at this one. I just can't wait to see it. It's going to be fireworks. I mean, it's not a Guy Fawkes, but there's still going to be fireworks. I just don't know who's going to take it, but I can't wait to watch it. And then we end with the main 2 men. Boy, in their generation, the 2 best fighters in the world, bar none. Mike Tyson, the youngest ever heavyweight champion. Roy Jones Jr. went up how many divisions? He went from middleweight all the way up to heavyweight. Hand speed, power, destruction, ingenuity. They both had it in their prime, but now they're having an exhibition match. And I say exhibition because Mike Tyson's a lion, and you don't really put a lion in the cage and just pet it, do you? You don't. You have to fight a lion if you're going to get out and survive. And Roy Jones knows this. He said it himself. He said, "Bro, I'm not fighting Mike Tyson at exhibition. They're not fighting with head guards. They're not fighting with small gloves. They're going in there and having a boxing match." And when the WBC are getting involved in making a special title, it goes from being an exhibition to a real life fight. Mike Tyson coming back after all these years. Can he roll the clock back? Has he still got that dynamite in his hands? Roy Jones Jr., has he still got the reflexes? Has he still got the hand speed? Can he keep Mike Tyson at bay with the jab and then hit him with those combinations? The leaping in left hook? Or is Mike Tyson going to get in close, rip to the body and then come up with one of those famous uppercuts? Oh, I can't wait. Let's just do it now. I can't wait until the end of the month to watch it. What a month we have of MMA and boxing. I cannot wait. Right people, so that's bringing us to the end of this episode of No Cap Recap. And now guys, it's down to you. I need to know your predictions. I need to know your boxing and MMA knowledge. So leave your comments below with the predictions, and 2 lucky people will get a chance to win one of these beautiful t-shirts. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave your predictions in the comments, like the video, and follow us on Instagram, and you could be a winner. All the details are in the description below. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.